And my baby daddy be going back and tell him everything we got fucking going on. Like, man, that shit is really annoying. Because your friend is not your friend.
Mm.
Fucking business. That nigga don't take care of none of his kids. Of course he will. Co-sign whatever the fuck you say.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Possible. But even with that, I still send the loss for that nigga. Going the circles is going to lose.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Here's Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now here's the former Panther. Had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Young flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Young now from the 50. He'll get this complete to Sanders, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Panther first down.
They go play action. Young. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now 3rd down and 7.
19 tight, 19 tight, 18 right here.
Back to throw, Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Young to throw it. Got a man. That's Leggett. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To the air once more, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14 to zip.
14. 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Debo going in motion left. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Debo Samuel, 70 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that one makes it 14 to 7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Young. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Drake Jackson now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Young. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 50 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Panthers.
Now Young. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
That one complete to Legion. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
Gain of 21 yards. And the Panthers 1st down.
Throwing, Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Young now. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Hubbard diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pushing his way through. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here's Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Purdy looking to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Irv Smith Jr., 69 yards. And the 49ers are back within a couple of the lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Purdy will throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's Young. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, it's Young. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Purdy. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown! Outlaws have now taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Young to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Now the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
Young is intercepted for the third time this game. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half. Purdy. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go. Come 19. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Go.
The final shot before break. Purdy. This is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Purdy off the play fake. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. Now Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing here, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Yeah, a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big...
It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. 3rd and 12.
A loss of 6 yards. It's now 3rd and 12.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
Back to throw, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
This is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Moody good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Young. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Young now. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. And Xavier Legette 27 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And now the kick is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The field. For them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now Young. Got a man. That's Liggett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Young to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Purdy to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Throwing, Purdy.
That is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third down and goal coming up here.
McCaffrey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
And his kick is indeed good, and Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they all